My hands are like so skinny now. Like it's kind of creepy. Like I have like little like bird claw hands. I'm like, ah! Hi guys, welcome back. It is me, Drew, and today's video that I have for you, I cannot even believe it, but we are talking about my 18 months after having weight loss surgery. So, really quick, if you're brand new to my channel, hi, I'm Drew. Welcome to my channel. If you're not a part of the Justlikedrew crew and you want to be, click the red subscribe button down below this video and join our forever family because we are literally the best crew out because anybody ever can be in our crew. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about is what my life is like 18 months after having a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a form of weight loss surgery. There's 4 different types of weight loss surgery. I chose the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. If you're like, oh, I have so many questions, which happens a lot, I actually have an entire video, like album or 2, where I talk specifically about that. So if there's questions, more than likely I've already answered them like 3,000 times. So on October 4th, 2016, I had weight loss surgery. So basically this is kind of just to talk about that. There's kind of like a lot that's happened, not a lot that's happened in the last like 6 months. I think that's the last time I even did one of these update videos was around the 1 year mark, or it might have been 3 months ago. I just know the last major update video I did was after my 1 year of having surgery, and now we are at the 18-month mark. So in the last like 6 months, there's not been a lot of major changes. My weight's actually stable now. So basically something that happens after you're like a year out is that like their goal is to have your weight stabilized. My weight now has been pretty stable. It's kind of been like I've averaging about in the last like 6 months, I've lost only about like 5 to 10 pounds. And actually I will say too, I now have what I call a stable weight. So my weight actually has kind of been up and down over the last, couple months. Within like 5 to 10 pounds, my weight fluctuates on average during a week. And so my stable weight is like 165 pounds. At one point I was down to like 160.2 or something like that, but I've recently know that I've been putting on muscle because I do such like strenuous like exercises on the Stairmaster and stuff like that. So I know that I put on like a couple pounds of muscle. It was kind of weird because I was like, am I gaining weight? But I'm not like gaining weight, which is even more weird because like I'm like smaller in terms of like I actually have way more definition. Most of my body is like, all jokes aside, like skin and bone. It's mostly just like either it's like literally you can see like my bones showing or it's like excess skin. So I've pretty much toned out most of the weight, even especially like in my hands. Like my hands are like so skinny now. Like it's kind of creepy. Like I have like little like bird claw hands. I'm like, ah! So that's one thing I've been noticing in the last 6 months. I've not been noticing really any major weight loss anymore as much as I have noticed my body actually like toning up and getting more defined. I know I was having some issues a few months ago where I was like having like exhaustion and stuff like that. I'm still dealing with that on and off here. Basically one major thing that's been happening in the last like 3 months, I've been having a lot of hormonal shifts. So this might be a little bit TMI, but like basically like with like my monthly like cycle and things like that, I've been all over the place. You know, I keep track of it. That's one thing I will say, like, especially if you're somebody who is considering weight loss surgery or anything like that, keep like a very good track of things like your menstrual cycle, simply because that way, like when your body's acting off, you can kind of track and see like if it's related to that, and actually will help doctors better keep track of how to help you if they think something's wrong. I actually recently had a physical like a week and a half ago, and they tested like all of my vitamins, all that kind of levels. Everything is really good. It was really cool to like have like the doctors basically be like, you're super duper healthy. As well as I had my 18-month visit with my actual like surgeon's office who did my weight loss surgery, and everything's looking good there as well. So the major question a lot of you probably have is, am I going to be getting plastic surgery? So I actually had first been submitted to insurance for plastic surgery back in October, and I was denied. It was really, really a tough blow for me. It was really hard for me to deal with those news. And basically they said the reason I was actually denied was because regardless of the fact that I had lost a considerable amount of weight prior to having weight loss surgery and had technically had a stable weight already, that the stable weight for 6 months has to be after the 1 year mark of surgery. It doesn't matter if you had a stable weight for 6 months. It needs to be since having your actual surgery, as well as you actually do have to be that 18 months post having surgery. So it's kind of like, that's one of those things where like they will not negotiate on, even though I had already lost a lot of weight. If you don't know my story briefly, basically I lost like 121 pounds before I had weight loss surgery. And overall I've lost a total of 250 pounds. And basically, they also said they need to show like the skin is like causing like a hindrance to my life or issues or things like that. So I've been reluctant to talk about this because I kind of don't want a lot of questions about this because I don't know how it's going to go. And I'm really honestly nervous, and I don't have like a positive outlook on it right now, which sounds kind of bad, but I just, because of what happened last time. So I do see the plastic surgeon again next week on Thursday, April 12th. This video is on April 4th. I think it's April 12th. I don't know. Whatever day next week Thursday is. And they're basically going to be having me see the plastic surgeon again, and they're going to be resubmitting me for skin removal surgery in my stomach. Basically, which is a major issue for me. I am carrying probably 20 to 30 pounds of excess weight in my stomach right now. It's difficult, I won't lie. It's hard because I still struggle a lot with body dysmorphia, which is basically where I view myself as like a plus size person still, even though I average about 165 pounds. It's hard for me to see myself as smaller, and I've been trying to figure out why it's so hard. Well, because I still have like a belly, and the belly is like all excess skin. Like at a certain point, they had told me a few months ago, like, well, you're still carrying a little bit of like belly fat right here below your breast. But even that is gone now. Like, and as you can see, like what's really weird is like, I literally have like indentations like here, places I've never had indents before. So I basically like completely like leaned out in every capacity except for like this excess skin. So with knowing that I still have like a tummy, it's hard to see myself as a smaller person. I don't know. I don't know. And it was like, I was asked, you know, by someone like, do you think that after having skin removal surgery that your body dysmorphia will be better or will be worse? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to adjust to that? I personally think it will be better because like, I won't have this like excess tummy there. But at the same time, I'm not confident that I'm going to get approved. Now, when I was at my surgeon's office, she was like, no, like this is how it goes. Like I worked with this plastic surgeon for years and we get this done. We've been doing this for 7 years and it's totally going to be fine. And at the same time, like after already hearing the words no, I'm really nervous that I'm not going to be chosen to have the surgery done. And then the other reality is, if I'm not picked this time for plastic surgery, if they say no, that's it. Like they're not going to like keep resubmitting on my behalf. I literally have to personally one-on-one fight insurance. And it's not something that I can't do. It's not something that I won't do. It's just kind of exhausting to think about all of that. I don't know. So that's really been stressing me out. Also, I've been noticing that I've been having a little bit more issues with anxiety recently. And I actually talked to the surgeon's office about that too, and she actually said that's really kind of normal for people after they've lost a considerable amount of weight, because they're always kind of nervous they're going to go back. And that is like a realistic fear that I have. Like it's why I'm so adamant about my constant like 4 days a week at the gym and stuff like that, is because I'm always kind of like terrified like of going back. And not that I don't know how to explain it. It's just not that that's even necessarily something I really think that would happen. It's just like I am so like adamant on staying on this path that I'm so terrified at the same time of not staying on the path. I don't know. You know what I mean? And in terms of eating, so a lot of you may have a question like, well, how much do you eat now in a regular sitting? So they asked me that. Mainly per sitting, I still only eat about half a cup to a cup of food, which is ideal. That's where you're supposed to end at. Some people can eat more than that. Basically, the goal is to have you only ever eat a cup of food. And the reason I think that I've been so successful with keeping my portion so small is that even on days, like once in a while I'll have days where my stomach's kind of playing tricks on me, where I'll feel like I'm hungry, even though I know that I'm not really hungry, I could eat more. And something I'm really big on is when I'm eating is I stop myself. Basically, I don't give myself the opportunity to eat more than I should. So like when I get like a plate of food at a restaurant, I automatically start taking like, a lot of times I'll get a box right away, or like if I'm sharing with someone, I will cut apart my food and cut it down to a very small size. I will only allow myself to eat the portion size that my stomach can even allow. And even then, a lot of times, because I'm eating so slow, I don't even end up eating all of that. So that's like something that I personally do. I kind of like force myself to stick to portions. Even on days where I feel like I could eat more, I don't allow myself to do that. Overall, I'm doing good. Like I said, it's been like a little stressful time in my life period recently. There's just been a lot that's been going on. You guys kind of know about that already. overall, I'm happy. It's weird because now that I'm like 18 months out, and they said that I don't need to see like my surgeon again until I'm actually like officially like 2 years out now, unless like something's happening and like we can't get approved for the plastic surgery and we need more documentation, whatever. I don't really know. But basically, I feel like now it's kind of weird because I've been on this like journey and this path towards this point. And I think one of the things that's kind of been weighing on my mind recently is if I don't get this plastic surgery and it's left up to me now to like fight for it, which could take like months or years or however long, basically now where I'm at right now, like this is it. And not that that's bad, and not that I don't think that this is amazing. It's just kind of hard to wrap my mind around that possibility that like I've officially reached like the part of my life where now like this is just we just exist here now. Because up until now, and a lot of maintaining, because up until now it's literally been like this constant like, okay, I'm working towards getting to here and then getting to here. And not that I don't have like continual goals for like my life and things like that, but at the same time it's like if I don't get approved for skin removal surgery, then it's kind of like who I am at this very moment right now, like that's just who I am. And if I do get approved for skin removal surgery, then that's a whole other thing, and that's going to be like a really, really incredibly intense journey. And I want you guys to know that if I do get approved for that, I will let you know. And I will be doing very extensive documentation of that. I did not do as extensive documentation I feel like I could have after having weight loss surgery, but if I do have skin removal surgery, because I know it's something that a lot of people have a lot of questions and concerns about, I will be doing like very, very in-depth video documentation of that. So I just want to be clear about that up front. So I know I've been very kind of private about the excess skin, and I still kind of am, just because it's something for me. It's a personal thing. And so that's something I'm going to tell you too. Like I have a lot of people who they'll come on and be like, oh, I want to ask you about your excess skin. That's something that I will say, if someone's lost considerable amount of weight, that's actually not a great question to ask them. And I know that I'm public with my life and I have a YouTube channel, but I'm just telling you in general. And if you ask me that, please, I'm not like offended or hurt or anything like that. I'm just saying like excess skin is something that's very personal for people. Yes, I have it. Yes, at the same time though, I am able to like kind of, I guess, cover it up very well. A lot of people, you know, they say like, well, Drew, do you have a lot? I do have it, but and people say, well, how does yours look so well? Well, it's not that mine looks so well. I do have it. It's a problem, but I do work out. So that's another thing I'm going to tell you right now. If you're considering weight loss surgery, if you've had weight loss surgery, you need to exercise. That makes a major difference. Because a lot of people are like, well, I'm afraid to lose weight because they're worried about like, their neck or their face or how like this kind of area and these kind of things are going to shape out. Honestly, exercising makes a big difference in my opinion. I think it helps you tone up better. I think it gives a much better just look after losing weight, because a lot of times, and I'm not a doctor, so I don't know for sure, but just from what I've seen, people who exercise with the weight loss, things seem to just shape up a little bit better, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I'm still hitting the gym 4 days a week. I'm doing well. I'm maintaining. Like that's kind of just my life right now, is just like maintaining. And so that makes it a little bit hard, like I said, to kind of feel like I've been on this like really, really intense journey, which actually started and got serious March 30th of 2016. That's when I officially was in the weight loss surgery program. And now that we're like at the 2-year mark of like this entire journey, and this might just like be it, it's kind of like, what is next for my life, you know? So overall, I'm happy. I'm doing good. Things are good. My kids are amazing. Absolutely like love those kids. Having more energy with my kids is honestly one of the coolest things ever. And like, I think about some days where I was just so stinking tired. And I will say the other thing is like, I'm really a lot more productive. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and I remember like when I was, in the 400-pound category, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and like how I didn't do a lot all day. I was like exhausted all of the time. Like it was exhausting for me to like get up and then go like watch TV and like whatever. And I'm not trying to like hate on like, I'm not trying to, but like that was me personally. Like I honestly was like a really kind of just person who like watched TV a lot. I used to watch over 4 hours of TV a day. I used to not do a lot. I used to not really push myself or go for much. And it's funny, now I barely watch any TV, and I'm constantly on the go, constantly moving, constantly getting things done. And I will say the fact that I feel like I have this new renewed energy is really, really awesome and exciting. The other thing I want to say is like, I really honestly like, the big thing I've been pouring myself into now is I'm really trying to, as much as I can, encourage others in their weight loss journeys. Like I feel like that's kind of where my path is going now. Now that I'm kind of on the other side of my weight loss, like my goal is to really hopefully inspire people to like be inspired themselves. Because the thing is like, there's nothing wrong with being plus size or whatever size. I want to be clear on that. Like my body, I'm very body positive and like very much on like, I worship and adore, well, not like worship, but I adore every body and every body type. And I think that I was amazing when I was plus size, and I think I'm amazing now. But at the same time, like my biggest thing now is to show people that like, I did it, and I really was like a normal, like average person. Like there wasn't something like people are like, oh, well, you're different, you're special. No, there was actually nothing like different really about me. I just decided to change. So I want to encourage you today, if you're watching this video and you're on the fence about, you know, losing weight, weight loss surgery, whatever it is in your life, it could be totally unrelated to weight loss, period. You can do it. Like, and I know that sounds like whatever, but like for real, listen to me right now. You got this. You're possible. It's capable. Like things that have happened in the last couple years of my life that I never ever in my life thought were possible, like have happened. And it's like, it's amazing. Like my life, and I won't lie, some days are really hard. Like some days, like I literally just want to like rip every hair out of my head one by one, just like every single one, because it's like so like difficult and hard. But at the same time, like the reward that comes from like that, those hard moments is like so much better than all of this. And so I just want to encourage you guys today. I know I've been making as many weight loss videos recently because I feel like there hasn't been much that's been changing. Like I said, if I do get approved for skin removal surgery, I will let you guys know that. And I will definitely be documenting that. More than likely, I won't know anything till like the end of April on whether or not that's happening. I will let you guys know either way. So please don't be asking me a bunch. I will let you guys know. Even if it's hard news, I will let you know. But if you do believe in prayer, positive vibes, thoughts, please send them my way right now because it is scary. I'm really like, I honestly, like, I feel like it's gonna be a no. And I'm not saying that because I feel like I don't qualify. It's just like after hearing no, I'm just like, it's gonna be a no. So that's all I have for you guys today. This video was kind of long, but I feel like it had a lot of good things to say. But if you want to see more photos of me, like my transformation photos or stuff like that, you can check me out on Instagram, Snapchat, and on Twitter at Justlikedrew, spelled the same way as down below this video on YouTube. If you want to be a part of the Just Like Drew crew and you're not already, make sure you click the red subscribe button down below this video and join our forever family because we're literally the best crew around because anybody and everybody can be our crew. I love you guys so stinking much. And if you like this video and you want to see more from me, you know what to do. Just like Drew, have an amazing day, have an amazing week, have an amazing life, and I will see you in the next video. All right, talk to you guys so stinking soon. Love you. Bye. Goodbye. Bye. Crazy because sometimes right after washing your face, you like go to put on your moisturizer and it feels like your skin is just like, no, you stop it. And it's just like not like, I don't know, like I've had